Hey guys, I'm RozaldVaneGAME. Welcome back to another episode of the Silver Case. Sorry, I was gonna say the 25th word, the Silver Case. No, it's not. We're still playing the Silver Case. Yes. Where we last left off was that we basically are in the apartment. We're investigating on our own, I believe, and Morikawa left us to investigate this on our own because he was getting into a problem with Hajisuka, where she was driving off looking pretty for some reason, way more prettier than she usually normally puts herself to be. And they kind of have some kind of intimacy going on, and they're kind of like talking to each other and stuff, which in this case we kind of didn't think was true until they actually showed us that scene. So we left Morikawa with her, and we just drove off past him, or drove ahead of him, so we can just take care of this case on our own for now. I think it was Koichi. The kid in the 4th floor basically wanted us to talk to him again, because apparently Hikaru was about to kill us, apparently, or try to mess with us because of the fact that we basically found something that Hikaru wanted to protect, which is weird. Alright, we're going into the little kid's room, or the little kid's room, I guess. The guy's room. Kind of strange though so far, I'd say. Wait, what? Oh, we're going deeper. I'm confused. What is this room for? Yeah, I'm just confused for what this room is for. But it has some good sound system down in here, which is cool. Alright, anyways, I never got to get into that room before because we went to this guy's place before, but we never truly walked into here and like whatever it is. I'm confused. What am I supposed to do? There was no like star indicator or anything like that. The door was open apparently. Here maybe? Can't go in here. Can't go there. Yeah, it's nothing there. I'm confused because the kid called me up here, and then there's no like sign of him in here at all whatsoever. They usually would tell me these things, like tell me where to go, but I'm just so confused. Yeah, there seems to be a door here. Oh, there it is. Yeah, I was wondering where the heck the room was. Yeah, because I looked at the door, but it didn't let me in for some reason. I remember something. Hikaru was really terrified. He was really scared of something. Especially that day. Oh dear, what the fudge is this? A horror movie? He was scared. He was scary. I went into the haunted house with Hikaru. Hikaru got really scared. It was an old museum park, and all the ghosts were real veterans. It was really cold inside, and it was really scary. Super scary. It was almost like the real thing. Nobu is so cool. Hehehe, you don't know what that means, do you? I'm confused why this kid brought him into the... Hikaru had a weak heart, my goodness. And this kid literally walked in there, forced him in there to get scared like that. Also, I do think that that destination is a real place, but it's an active destination, an active horror house. But I forgot where if I've seen it before. I feel like I've seen it before, like in somebody's live stream. Somebody actually walked in there at one point. I think. I might be wrong. Huh? What? What's that? Oh, I wonder who's that? Who that is? Who was it? Something doesn't feel right. The sun was bright and was reflecting on the apartment building. I know. From the 3rd floor of the apartment building. He was watching Hikaru. Somebody from the 3rd floor? Yeah, these two are Hikaru and Hikaru, let's get out of here. But my foot. Hurry up. Koichi, no. He's coming. He disappeared. Wait, so something was hunting them? Huh? On the stairs. Help. Run. Yeah, so something was hunting them. In the apartment buildings, that is. Oh, that's a really interesting FMV. Just Starts running there. I'm sorry. I don't feel so good. Please leave me alone for a while. Please. I want to be alone. I mean, I'm only here to just listen to your case, but also figure out what's going on, because it seems like Hikaru's ghost is haunting him really strongly, but at the same time, Hikaru's ghost probably is not the ghost that Hikaru... It might be using Hikaru's, like, image to kind of do its own thing and do whatever it's doing to kind of, like, get Koichi to, like, do whatever it is. Yeah, I'm trying to commit Koichi's name in my head. I just keep forgetting his name, because I keep thinking Koitsu, and I'm just like, this is not this name, it's something, Koi something. So it's Koichi. Okay, I need to remember Koichi. Gotta remember the name. I keep forgetting the name. Anyways, we're back to the HC unit office again. And it seems like the, my man here is pretty much on point on figuring out Morikawa's and Hatsuka's, like, relationship together, which is hilarious, but anyways. You being called into the break room. What? Why did they needed that transition? Lounge. Looks like I got full control here. This door looks funny, but okay. Oh, this is the break room in the office area. Okay. Is there anything here? The first time we played this game, we basically had like magazines to collect randomly, but I'm unaware if there's anything new that I can collect, because they never mentioned ever again like if there's anything new you can collect in some of these places, and I'm just confused, sorely confused. What the hell is going on here? All right. Anyway, so let's interact with Morikawa. It seems like. Okay then. How about we take a break here? Shizuru is off the case, and I tried letting you move on your own. That made things much easier for me. Seriously. It was like a refreshing vacation. I was getting way too burnt out. Anyway, how do you like investigating? You having fun? You don't need to answer. Everyone has their opinions. Alright, let's get down to business. That kid, Koichi Sugita. Sorry, I'm trying to pronounce that. My brain wasn't reading it right. He's the key to this case. It's clear that the after effects of the incident are still there. But he has no subjective symptom. That kid has shut it away deep in the back of his mind. Taking our time and getting him to bring those memories back would be best. But that'll take too much time. So, what do? We need to force the truth onto him. That'll shake his memory up. It's about time we found out that truth. We've been investigating for 4 days. That's more than enough time to get a good feel for this case. No. Not really a feel for it. Whatever. Anyway, I want answers. Roz, I kinda wanna see what you're made of, too. You're being tested. What are you gonna do? How about a simple 3-choice game? Like a quiz. That's fair, right? But I won't go easy on you. The boss used to do karate. So, I'll call this 100 question kumite. You'll get 100 questions in a row. No breaks. What? 100 questions? Everyone has to pass this. By the way, I made it to 300 kumite. Tetsu made it to 500 question kumite. The boss decides at the end whether or not you've passed. You can only take the challenge once. Really? Then how do you guys get to 300 to 500? What the heck? If you make a mistake, you're out. The borderline is also up to the boss. Anyway, it's basically a matter of motivation. This is all I can tell you. Let me know once you're ready. I'll wait till you get focused. Then we'll begin. Ready? Okay then, here we go. Oh yeah, I forgot. You got a time limit of 10 seconds per question. Really? Okay. Really? I have to do this? Is this an actual legitimate thing? If it's 100 questions, I won't freaking get through 100. I bet you anything. Alright then. The first question. Oh god. Oh wait. What is the fruit of the what? Wampa? Tim Curry been cast for? Batman? Which of the famously tiny rodent Mediterranean? God dang it. What year was released? 1994? 1995, sorry. Hikaru Islands? I don't know that. Japan is comprised of 4 islands. Hokkaido, Honshu, Okinawa? Which of the famous sodas is the oldest? Coca-Cola? Or Dr. Pepper, actually? In the back of the future, the characters Michael J. Fox. What is the game company that is named for the founder of Nolan Bushnell? Go. Okay, Atari? Okay. Who died at the apartment complex? Oh god, Hiruma. Who was the first-time full-time F1 driver? I don't know the Japanese I don't know this one. Which of the following is lightest weight, lightweight? Paperweight, maybe. I don't know. What's along the caviar, luxury food in the Europe? Swallow's Nest? No, that's Chinese, I think. 1996 Olympic held in, Greece. No, Spain. What is the Jupiter's moons and Galileo discovered? 5? 4, actually, I think. What is the port, the beach, the mythology? Momotaro, I think. What is in the last film star River Phoenix in a leading role? Stand By Me? What is the first 4 letters spoken in the first telephone call? Is this thing on? No. Which of the instant food was invented in Fuku on Endo after World War II? Noodles. In which room did the dead person live? 301. Which of the famous blah, blah, they're all the same name, isn't it? Oh no, Suzaki? I don't know. It was a trick question, I think. 2. In what year the Dolly first came in the clone animal clone? 1995. Damn, 1996, I bet. 1993, which Hawaiian man first known Japanese? Yokozuna? Mako? No. In which region does this Cairo lie? Wasn't it upper? What is the name of the famous sun goddess in the Shinto? Oh, Shirunai? Nui? I don't know. Which of the following people was not a leader of Yando? I don't know this. Roosevelt? It's probably Truman. What is the 2001 Space Odyssey? The 1995? Which of the third branch of the U.S. judicial and legislative and executive? What is the true nature of this case? Suicide? Murder, sorry. Which of the third place country in the 1990s? Japan? No. Which of the Studio Ghibli film was released in 1997? No! No, it's probably Princess Momoko. What is served at the end of sushi meal? Green tea. Which of the following movies did Clint Eastwood star in but not direct in? I don't know the movie. I was guessing. How do violet flights light up? Chemical reaction? What is the Japanese National Assembly called? Parliament? It might have been the second choice. Which animal is best and largest and loudest mammal? It might have been whale. Which of the direct predecessors of the internet was funded by the US government? Skynet. What is the name of the volcanic mountain on Mars? Mount Everest. Olympic Mons, yeah. Which is the perp in this case? Yeah, we don't know who the perp yet. What is this called in the golf when you are 1 stroke, 1 par? Over par. Birdie? No, bogey, sorry. Which of the wrestler suplex? Tatsumi? What kind of food is bolognese? Sounds like this, right? No. Which of the following is a song written by John Cotrone? I don't know the singer. Blade Runner? Human? No, he's a replicant, isn't it? What is the battleship that inspired the Yamamoto? Which game's theme song is a variation of Russian folk song? Tetris? I know it's a dun 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 dun. I know, I already know. Opal? Bruce Lee's real name? That is his real name, right? No? Which is the perp's motive? Was it revenge, I guess? Superintendent. What is the name of the fictional character from Freeman, Stephen King? Was it Red? What was the first successful space-based telescope named after the Spitzer? No, Armstrong, probably. Which other instrument did Miles Davis... I think it was trumpet. Because I remember doing a research document with that. Back to the Future. Einstein? In what countries did the international FIFA founded? In Belgium. No, France. Sorry. My brain. Oldest national anthem? Japan. No, it doesn't have it? Okay. Messi. I know that. What is the abbreviation used in an organization? PKO. What sort of drug was found from the body? Sleeping pill. Alcohol. None. I don't know. What game is long fantasized for fans reality on N64? I don't know what that is. I didn't get to read the question properly. First person in Japan to go on a honeymoon? How old was Chinese driver Fu Mingxia when she won her gold medal? 17? 15 probably. How many playing cards are in the 52? Titanic? It's probably James Cameron. What's the name of the important pioneer of rock and roll known as the King? Elvis Presley? What is the world's largest desert? Sahara? Furlong is approximately how many liters? 200? Kusabi's full name? I don't know. Koichi? I don't know who the heck is Kusabi. I forgot. Third floor. No? Fifth floor, probably. In poker, what is getting 5 cards in the same suit? Flush. Capital of the U.S., Washington, D.C. Rapper LL Cool J. What? James... Ladies Love. Which of the following is the favorite casino game? Russian Roulette. Texas Hold'em, maybe? What is the tallest growing tree specimen? I think it was redwood. From which country did the shepherd dog famous for its use of by many police forces? Germany. Because it's a German Scot, maybe? I don't know. In Japan, what is the figure in the moon said to look like? Rabbit? France. No, UK, sorry. It's UK. Oh, no, it's probably US. Which of the following doesn't belong to the... Sumio... I don't know. What is the cause of Hikaru's death? Heart attack. Weak heart. What was the name of the CD-based game console produced by Sony after their partnership with PlayStation? Second tallest mountain on Earth. Mount Fuji? Or Mont Blanc, I think it was. On the X-Files, which boss is one of the few to actively... Skinner. Popular type of solitaire. Probably... Maybe Nova Scotia, maybe? Who cursed Ashtika? The Force. No, I don't remember. I haven't really watched in a... Okay, anyways. Sense of humor? Dirty sense of humor? Brahms? Or Litz? What is the name of the first human to walk on the moon? Neil Armstrong? No. Yeah, Neil Armstrong. What am I doing? In which country was the desert known as Blanc Mang created? No? Okay. Kung Fu to assault a fan. Jet Li? I don't know. Why couldn't the dead person enter their room? I don't know. What is the protagonist movie of Matrix referred to as? The one. What animal has the loudest call on the earth? I was thinking it was a whale earlier, but I guess they reused it. Playing recorded audio. Damn it! What is the longest river in Japan? Isn't it the Shinano? Yeah. I don't know that. I was taking a guess. John McClane, yes. Which Italian car company uses horse-shaped logo? Oh, I would think I was between Ferrari and Lamborghini. Metal signifies a couple's wedding ring. Gold. Which group of the 1974 Eurovision? Napoleon. I don't know. What god name is based on for the... by Ash Wednesday? I don't know, actually. That's all. Nice work. Now go ahead and take a rest. Nice! You passed. What? I got so many wrongs. I got like more than 50 wrongs because I'm not a... Okay. First and foremost, that quiz was fun. But the timer was so on edge. Like it kept bothering me, and I'm just like, I don't know what to do with this quiz. This quiz is crazy cool, but at the same time, it's like, I don't know like half a dozen of the... I don't even know most of it, like, on the top of my head. Like, I don't have the brain capacity to be like, I know that, I know this, I know that, I know this. Like, there's no, like, simple way of getting through it, and I was just like, I'll just try whatever works best for me here. And then I just ended up getting that. Excuse me. But, like, what the hell, dude? Seriously? And then some of those references I do recognize, because in 25th Ward, some of them gets reused. Or not gets reused, but, like, they kind of refer to them later on, like, later in that game. Like, there's Mont Blanc, the coffee brand that the characters liked in that one, in 25th Ward. There were some references to movies like that, and it's similar to what 25th Ward did at the end of the game, where you have, like, these choices, and they also do something like that. Yeah, it's really interesting that this game likes to take a little poke fun of, like, using pop culture as a way to kind of get the players to realize these things. But, of course, I would say I don't know most of them, because I don't really just go around and watching a bunch of movies, which I should probably eventually do that, but just never got the chance to get to watch, like, all these interesting movies that that are pretty much out there. But anyways, nice, you passed. Congratulations. The boss will fill you in on the rest. 100 questions. You scored what you scored. Send yourself some flowers. Go wash your soul clean. There are no such thing as points in our work. Don't be swayed by all the white noises. You did great, Roz. You did just great. The boy must know the truth. This is your final job. Get rid of his starkness. The boy hopes for that as well. Go on. I also don't remember his voice, but I remember it was a deep voice. Go on. 24 precincts, going down back to the, whatchamacallit? The apartment space, I guess. Sorry, I had like a phone notification. I'm guessing the kid's gonna... Koichi's probably dead, because I feel like Hikaru probably infected him, or that the thing he was trying to remember probably got to him before we're gonna get to Koichi, I bet. Oh great, the music's back again. I'm not... I like the music, but I think it's a bad, like, sign for this music. Because I personally think that the music sounds kind of, like, peaceful, but he's not in peace, at peace. Okay, there's nothing on the TV. I thought there's something on the TV there, considering that it's on. Nothing there? Okay, I'm guessing we need to go to his room. Oh, there he is. I was like, where's the picture of him? So I can tell if he's here or not. Koichi? What's up? Oh yeah, I remember something else. When I went to eat with Hikaru, Hikaru came with my mom and me to the Cherry Grill. I ordered my favorite onion soup. Hikaru copied me and ordered the same thing. And he said it was good. He also ate Caesar salad and hamburgers, and Hikaru laughed like a frog again. He looked so happy when he was eating. That was our last dinner. The next day, it's him again. The guy's always watching us. This time he chased after us. He escaped into the alley. A narrow alley would make it easier. And then Hikaru ran down a different alley. Why? Why did Hikaru run and split up? I like how the camera is a representation of us, a representation of the thing chasing after them. Oh, did Hikaru get hit by a train? So yeah, the ghost character thing is us following. Oh, interesting. Hikaru went that way. Oh, Hikaru got caught up with a dead end. I don't know why he didn't follow, yeah, Koichi. What the hell? Why didn't he follow Koichi at that time? Oh, that face. That sad face. He was all normal, now his face looks like an old man. I'm sorry, Koichi. I was still scared. I ran away as fast as I could. When I turned around, I saw his face. I ran as fast as I could. I had to get away. I didn't want to die. I left Hikaru on his own. I couldn't save him. I guess he regrets that Hikaru died because of him, quote unquote died because of him, but I don't think it's because of him. I think it just happens, I guess. Whatever that was chasing them, that is. Back to the stakeout. Bruh. I am kind of curious when the stakeout's going to end, though. And my assumption is that it's going to probably end by... It's probably going to end by, like, the end of this chapter, or this particular, yeah, chapter. I'd rather call it a chapter, I guess. So, did it work out? Roz, kind of. Wow, so he didn't, huh? Regarding that, what's up with this anyway? How long do we have to do this for? What's the problem? We're detectives. Back when I was in regional, it wasn't like this. Back in the day, right? That kind of stuff you were doing, I couldn't handle it. What the hell is this boss thinking? What the hell is this boss thinking? What is the hell is the boss thinking? Just shut the hell up. This is some fundamental crap. Quit moaning about every goddamn thing. Screw off. This is some bull crap. The hell you say to me? I just love how that line, because I was thinking about like a ninja's like famous line from back then. The hell do you say to me, little kid? That kind of thing. Well, it's not exactly the line that I said that's similar to the thing, but you guys get the idea if you know what the line is. Sometimes I think like that, I guess. Little punk ass. The hell you think you're talking to? Frickin' old timer. I'm talking to a frickin' old timer. Is that a problem, huh? Is it? The hell is wrong with you? I'll shoot you in the frickin' face. Something just glittered. Yeah, something did, huh? What is that? The hell? Wait, is somebody gonna shoot them? I have a bad feeling. When I hear glitter, I feel like that might be like a scope from afar, and it's like they're watching them, maybe? It could be that too. Like the stakeout is ending up to be much more of a dangerous thing. Alright, we're heading back to the heinous crime office. So, you think that kid did it? No, I don't have the conclusive evidence, but he had a motive. Revenge, right? Revenge, right? That came out of nowhere. You looked all refreshed. Do I? Whatever. Koichi kept the fact that Hiruma killed Hikaru to himself, all bottled up inside. Oh, okay, so that explains everything. So, it wasn't Hikaru who influenced Hiruma to kill... It wasn't Hikaru who influenced Hiruma via ghost to commit suicide. Instead, it was Koichi who killed Hiruma because Hiruma killed Hikaru himself, or tried to mess with him, or bully him, or do something really messed up to Hikaru. And so Koichi did try to get revenge for Hikaru before anything else. That's really interesting. I never thought that was the case. It kind of escaped my mind, I guess. He thought he'd be killed too. An elementary school aged child with all that fear? But the police ruled Hikaru's cause of death as an accident. He'd always had a weak heart. Knowing that, Koichi made up his mind. to get revenge for Hikaru. To protect him, he killed Hiruma. That's not it. Koichi didn't try to kill him. Well then... He went off to get killed. He wasn't able to kill Hikaru, and was upset about that. Hiruma had problems with his automatic nerves. There was no place for him at home, or at work. So, Hiruma saw those two kids having fun, and that set off a jealous rage. And then, Hiruma approached Hikaru. Koichi tried to protect Hikaru, but Hikaru was killed right in front of him. So by getting himself killed, he thought he could get Hikaru to forgive him. Oh my gosh! How could a little kid like that, in that little body with all that fear and anxiety built up, he did that for his friend? It's hard to say, it's hard to believe. Hikaru trusted him, and he didn't want to betray that. Being his age, he didn't want to give up on personal trust. What do you think? We had the same time as those kids once too. But as we grow, that sort of primitive mindset becomes a hindrance for living in society. Everyone sheds those hindrances and focuses on only the mindsets necessary for surviving in society. Mistaking shedding those hindrances for growth and sappy crap like believing in people. We got rid of that stuff years ago. I just don't get it. Right, Naka? As long as I'm doing this job, I can't sympathize. But Hiruma's crime cannot be forgiven. Taking advantage of Hikaru's weak heart to apply extreme pressure on him and force his death. Even more so than his sin of destroying those kids' futures. I can't forgive Hiruma's very humanity itself. But what's most surprising is the fact that such a pure heart still existed in this day and age. That kid's very existence is a miracle in itself. Yeah. Yeah, it's like an actual miracle. To think that kids like that still exist. He did it to keep his promise to Hikaru. But I wonder if Hikaru ever forgave Koichi. Who knows? But I want to believe that it reached him. That Hikaru was watching over everything. Right, Roz? Oh my god, why do I have an image of the two kids? I hope that kid holds on to that. Onto that clear mind. I'm very surprised that we made through that, I guess. I didn't really think that Koichi was the one who did all that, but... Alright, well, at least we now know that Hachisuka's back into the office again. But, anyways, thank you guys for watching. This is it for now. I mean, we're hitting the 30-minute mark barely, so that's pretty good. Next episode, we'll go ahead and figure out what the hell we're going to be seeing through this office, hopefully. And then we'll see what's going to happen at the end of this sort of chapter. Because, I mean, so far we saw something happen in the stakeout, so I'm a little bit worried about Tetsu and Sumio. Because they both just... we didn't get to see the results of what happened there. Additionally, we at least solved the crime of... solved the investigation crime, sort of, and solve it on its own. By meeting up with Koichi and kind of figuring out what he actually was blocking in his mind all this time. So I'm glad we kind of got down to the truth of it, and I'm very surprised that Koichi was the one who killed Hiruma, and Hiruma actually killed Hikaru instead of everything being naturally organized and suicide slash natural death kind of thing. So I'm very surprised that that's the case. Yeah, I'm hoping to see more of this kind of case by case solving thing, because it's really interesting so far. So we'll see about that. Anyways, next episode, we'll go ahead and figure out what we need to do in the office here before we head into wherever it is. But I don't know how much more this chapter is, but I'm hoping to see what the hell happens. So other than that, thank you guys for watching. So, Roz, out.